Hey mathematics learners, welcome to Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. On today's video tutorial, we are still going through the grade 12 mathematics literacy paper 1 that was written in June 2021. In today's video tutorial, we are going to be focusing on question 3 of this exam paper, and question 3 focuses on measurements. You'll be required to calculate the volume, and you'll be also required to convert meters to centimeters. Okay, so before we get started with the video tutorial, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Please make sure that you share the channel with friends that are doing mathematics literacy. And also please make sure that you give this video a huge thumbs up. In other words, like the video so that you help the channel grow and reach more learners that are struggling with mathematics, or learners that want to better their mathematics marks. All right, guys, so without any further ado, let's get started with the video tutorial. Okay, question 3. Okay, we are told that Usimpiwe makes candles as shown in the pictures below. He uses a cylindrical mold to make the candles. He also carves horse heads in some of the cylindrical candles. Okay, so basically this is the information that we are given, right? Number 1, this is the candle mold that Usimpiwe uses to make his candle, right? Okay, this is the cylindrical, or these are the type of cylindrical candles that he makes. They have a width of 10.4 centimeters or a diameter of 10.4 centimeters, and they also have a height of 11.4 centimeters, right? We are also told that Usimpiwe carves horse heads in some of the cylindrical candles that he makes. So these are the horse heads that he carves, right? And then here we are told that, okay, this is the decorative ribbon that he also puts around the candles, right? So we need to use the pictures above to answer the questions that follow. Let's have a look at question 3.1.1. We are told that Usimpiwe will pack 12 cylindrical candles in a box using a 4x3 arrangement. Okay, determine the minimum length and the width of the box he needs if the candles are tightly packed, okay, touching each other in the box. Okay, question 3.1.1. Right, so Usimpiwe basically, so he wants to determine the minimum length and width of the box he will need if he packs 12 cylindrical candles in a box using a 4x3 arrangement. So, okay, a 4x3 arrangement. So we've got candle number 1, candle number 2, number 3, and number 4. So 4 candles are in a row like that, right? And then 3 candles will come down like that. So it's 4x3, okay? Okay. We are told that the candles are tightly packed. Okay, so what have I done here? So I've packed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles using a 4x3 arrangement, okay? And we want to determine the length and the width of this box, right? Or the box that Usimpiwe will need to pack his candles, right? So what are we looking for? We're looking for the length, and we're also looking for the width. Okay, so how can we get the length and the width? Okay, so we're given information here, right? We are told that the width or the diameter of one cylindrical candle is 10.4 centimeters, right? So the diameter for one candle is 10.4 centimeters, right? So the distance from there to there for one candle is 10.4 centimeters, right? That's 10.4 centimeters. Meaning that the distance from there to there for that other candle will also be 10.4 centimeters. And the distance from here to there for this candle will also be 10.4 centimeters. And the distance from here to here for this candle will also be 10.4 centimeters. Because this is the diameter. So the diameter for one candle is 10.4 centimeters. So if we add all these 10.4s, we will be able to get the length of this box, right? Same with going down like that. The distance from there to there, that is still the diameter, okay? And the diameter for one candle is 10.4 centimeters, right? Meaning that the distance from there to there is also 10.4. And the distance from there to there is also 10.4, right? Meaning that to get the width of this box, what do we need to do? We need to add these 10.4s. And to get the length of this box, we need to do what? We need to add these 10.4s. Okay, so the length of this box is equal to 10.4 centimeters plus 10.4 centimeters plus 10.4 centimeters plus 10.4 centimeters. So we add these 1, 2, 3, 4, 10.4 centimeters to get the length of our box, or you can just say 4 times 10.4 centimeters, right? You're going to simply punch that into the calculator. 10.4 multiplied by 4 is 41.6 centimeters. All right, so the length of this box is 41.6 centimeters. Okay, so now we need to get the width of the box. So the width of the box, okay, I said that we basically need to add these 10.4s, right? So we're going to add 10.4 plus this 10.4 plus this 10.4. 10.4 centimeters plus 10.4 centimeters plus centimeters, or you can just say 10.4 centimeters multiplied by 3 to get your answer. 4 multiplied by 3 is equal to 31.2 centimeters. Okay, and then we are done, right? And then we found that the width is equal to 31.2 centimeters. Okay, so the minimum length and the width of the box that Usimphiwe will need if his candles are tightly packed, touching each other in the box, is a minimum length of 41.6 and a minimum width of 31.2 centimeters. Okay, and then we are done, guys. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, question 3.1.2, right? Simphiwe ties a decorative ribbon around the candle. So he ties a decorative ribbon around his candles, and the ribbon has an overlap of 3 centimeters. Okay, determine the number of candles he will be able to decorate with a 20-meter long ribbon, right? You may use the formula: ribbon needed for one candle is equal to for one candle in centimeters is equal to 2 times 3.142 multiplied by the radius plus 3. Okay, so that is the formula that you can use to get how much ribbon you'll need for one candle, right? So now, what is the first problem that we are encountering with this question? It's in meters. The ribbon is 20 meters long, right? But we were given the dimensions of the cylindrical candle in centimeters. Okay, so before we can even attempt to do this question, we need to first convert this 20 meters into centimeters. All right, and after we've converted this 20 meters into centimeters, then we can begin with the question. So let's first start off by converting this 20 meters into centimeters. Right? Okay, guys. So when you're working with conversions, okay, or when you're required to convert meters into centimeters or centimeters into meters, I need you guys to always remember this table. Okay, so 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. 100 millimeters is equal to 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter, and 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. Okay, so I need you guys to remember this. Okay, so let's get started with the question, right? So we want to convert 20 meters into centimeters, right? So what do we have? We've got 20 meters. Okay, what do we want? We want centimeters, right? So what do we do, right? So we are going to focus on this conversion here, where 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So that is the one that we're going to be focusing on. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter, right? So what do we want? We want a centimeters. So you're going to multiply by the 100. And then what do we have? We've got meters. So we're going to divide by the meters, right? What we want, okay, and we want centimeters divided by what we have, and we have meters. Okay, and then from here, guys, do you see that the meters will cancel? Okay, and then you have simply punch it into your calculator. So it's going to be 20 multiplied by 100 over 1. So the length of the ribbon, right, that Usimphiwe has in centimeters is 2,000 centimeters. So basically this is the length of the ribbon that he has. He has a 2000 centimeter long ribbon, right? So now we want to determine how many candles will Usimpiwe be able to decorate with this ribbon, right? So we're going to use the formula that we have been given, and the formula that we've been given is, okay, so the formula that we've been given is the ribbon needed for one candle is equal to 2 times 3.142 multiplied by the radius plus the 3. Okay, so I'll just say ribbon. Okay, so now let us calculate the ribbon that is needed for one candle, right? So we basically need the radius of one candle, right? We need the radius of one candle. And how do we get the radius, right? How do we get the radius? We were told that, right, the diameter for one cylindrical candle is 10.4 centimeters, right? That is the diameter, right? Right? So the diameter for one cylindrical candle, I also showed you guys in the previous question that the diameter is 10.4 centimeters, right? But we want the radius, okay? This is the diameter, okay? But what is the radius, right? So the radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. Okay, so the diameter is 10.4 centimeters divided by the 2. So our radius is going to be 10.4 divided by 2, which is 5.2 centimeters, right? And then we're going to take this radius of 5.2 centimeters and we are going to substitute it into our equation here to get the ribbon needed for one candle. So it's going to be 3, it's 2. Okay, so that's 2 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by your radius of 5.2 plus 3. And you're going to simply punch that into your calculator, which is 2 multiplied by 3.142 multiplied by 5.2 plus 3, right? So the ribbon needed for one candle is 35.6768 centimeters. Okay, so the ribbon needed for one candle in centimeters is 35.6768 centimeters, right? So remember guys, what did we say we had? Okay, we had 2000 centimeters worth of ribbon, right? So what do we do now? We take that 2000 centimeters worth of ribbon and you divide it by the 35 centimeters that you need for one candle to get how many candles you'll be able to cover with the 2000 long centimeter ribbon. So it's going to be 2000 centimeters divided by the 35.6768 centimeters. Okay, punch that into your calculator. 2000 divided by 35.6768, you get 56.05883936. Okay, so how many candles will Usimpiwe be able to wrap with the ribbon? He'll be able to wrap 56 candles. Why am I saying 56 candles and not 56.06 candles? Okay, because you have a whole candle, right? We are trying to get the amount of candles that he'll be able to wrap, right? And whole candles that Usimpiwe packs in his box. He doesn't pack a 1.5 candle or 12.5 candles in the box, right? He packs 12 candles in the box. He doesn't pack 13 and a half candles in the box. He packs 13 candles or 12 candles, right? So he packs whole candles in the box. So we have 56 candles that he will be able to wrap, right, with the 2000 centimeter ribbon. Okay, and then guys, let us look at the last question. Okay, so with the last question, question 3.1.3, after carving a horse head in a cylindrical candle, he collected the leftover wax, melted it and poured it in the mold, right? So after carving this horse head, he takes the leftover wax and then he pours it into the mold, right? The leftover melted wax filled up one third of the mold. Calculate the volume of wax needed for one horse head candle. So let's look at what we're given here. We are told that Usimpiwe, after he carves a horse head in a cylindrical candle, so he takes the remains of that wax, right? He takes the remains of that leftover wax, right? And he pours it into the mold, right? Okay, so that is our mold, right? Usimpiwe takes the leftover wax and then he pours it into the mold, right? All right. And obviously we're told that the leftover wax is melted and it only fills up 1/3 of the mold, right? It only fills up 1/3. So if we were to divide this mold into 3, right, we are told that this leftover wax only fills up 1/3, right? So that's 1/3, right? If I had to color in there, that'll be 2/3. And then if I had to color in there, that'll be the full mold, right? Okay. So, but it only covers that 1/3. Okay. Now we need to calculate the volume of wax needed for 1 horsehead candle. Okay. You may use the following formula. So let us look at the formula that has been given to us, right? So it is volume of a cylinder is equal to 3.142 multiplied by your radius squared multiplied by your height. Okay. So what we need to do, guys, here, we first need to calculate the volume, right? So the volume of the cylinder, right, is equal to, right, so we're going to just substitute 3.142 multiplied by, what is your radius? We already calculated the radius in the previous question, and we got our radius to be 5.2 centimeters, multiplied. What is the height? Okay, the height is 11.4 centimeters. Okay, simply punch that into your calculator. 3.142 multiplied by 5.2 squared multiplied by 11.4. You find that the volume is 968.54 centimeters cubed, right? So this is the volume of our cylinder. Okay. So, and then we are told that when he pours the wax, so if he collected the leftover wax, right, melted it and he poured it into the mold, the leftover wax, it only covers 1/3, okay, of the mold. Calculate the volume of wax needed for 1 horsehead candle. So for 1 horsehead candle, we need to basically calculate the remaining wax that will be needed, which is going to be 2/3. Okay, so we're going to basically take the 968.54 centimeters cubed, and you're going to multiply it by 2/3, right, to get the volume of the wax needed for the horsehead candle. Okay, because we've got 1/3, we need 2/3. We already calculated what the volume is of this mold, right? So from this volume, you know that we're just supposed to multiply by what we need, right? What we want, which is 2/3, right? To get the volume of the wax needed for 1 horsehead candle. Okay, so it's going to be 968.54 multiplied by 2/3, which is going to be equal to 645.69 centimeters cubed. Okay, so the volume of wax needed for 1 horsehead candle is 645.69 centimeters cubed. So guys, what was important in this question is understanding that if they're telling us that he carved a horsehead in a cylindrical candle and he collected the leftover wax, right, and that leftover wax that is melted, right, only filled up 1/3, right, then you need to understand that, okay, then the remainder is going to be 2/3, right? And then to be able to calculate the volume of the wax needed for 1 horsehead of the candle, we first needed to calculate what the volume of the candle is. After calculating the volume of the candle, right, we will be able to calculate that 2/3 that we still need to fill up the horsehead candle, right? And the answer is 645.69 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that is it for today's tutorial, guys. Please make sure that you give this video a huge thumbs up. If you haven't, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't. And please make sure that you share the channel with your friends that are doing mathematics. Let's just see, right? The next question that I will be uploading in the next video tutorial is question 3.2, and question 3.2 covers probability. Please make sure that you stay tuned to the channel, and also make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video tutorial. That is it, guys, and I'll see you guys on my next upload, Distance Learning with Lee, where I make learning mathematics super easy. Bye, guys.